Developing tonight after 4 people were shot and killed last week. Indianapolis police are now a part of a grief counseling session for people living on the city's Far East Side. The police chief hopes it will help the community as well as urge them to share information that will lead to the killer. News 8's Sierra Hignite is live now to explain. Sierra?
Grief counselors will be available on the Far East Side this Sunday. Now, last month when News 8 spoke to IMPD Chief Randall Taylor, he mentioned that community outreach was one of the ways he thought that they would be able to break the number of violent crimes down in Indianapolis. And he said that these kinds of resources are exactly what he was talking about. Grief counseling, something Director of Community Violence Reduction Shauna Majors says is sorely needed on the East Side.
It's unfathomable what they're going through, not just one loss, but several at one time.
The opportunity for grief counseling is being organized by the Far East Side Community Council with the support of IMPD. The first session was this past Sunday at Cafe.
A lot of people in the community don't want to reach out for help, and so if we can bring it to them and kind of remove the barrier of them having to go somewhere, we think that that would be a lot more helpful.
IMPD Chief Randall Taylor hopes this resource will help those grieving in the community as well as investigators.
We want to make sure that they understand we're there for them, but we're also trying to, of course, elicit responses from the community, information on these murders.
Majors hopes resources like this can continue to be available in at-risk neighborhoods.
There's a lot of healing that has to happen throughout our city, and I would say, you know, it's definitely a step in the right direction. I would love to see more of this happen.
By giving communities who often become the victims to violence a resource, officials hope it will also cut down on the amount of revenge crime.
A lot of the cases that we work with, that's our main goal, is to make sure that the retribution is minimal, if at all, because it doesn't change anything. It doesn't bring your loved one back.
Hopefully these things with the grief counseling and stuff gives people another tool on how to deal with those kind of frustrations and those stresses and whatever gets you to the point where you feel it's okay to take a life.
As of right now, a time and location for Sunday's grief session has not been determined. However, they say they are working on that, and of course we're going to update with that information on this story on our website at wishtv.com as soon as it becomes available. But for now, reporting live downtown, I'm Sierra Hignite, Wish TV News 8.